Welcome to our Publishing 478 final project. Our project is called Behind the MOOC. First of all, what is MOOC? MOOC stands for Massive Open Online Courses. We are going to talk about the business model of MOOC as well as its future. When we first heard the term of open education, we might have the question, how do we interpret the words open and free? Generally, these words are interpreted as creating as few restrictions as possible in accessing something such as the learning process. In the era of digital media, providing free formal education like massive open online courses is very possible to do. There are two models of MOOCs platform. One is non-profit and the other one is profit. In this course, we use MOOC platform that applies non-profit model such as edX. This non-profit institution is financially supported by well-known universities such as MIT, Harvard, and also Stanford University. In this video, we will deeply explore the business model of MOOC. So, what makes universities establish or join Open Educational Resources Initiative? The first one is the conviction of knowledge as a public good, so everyone can take benefit from it. The second one is marketing strategy, which means education can be a way of generating revenues. And the third one is faculty development, including the increasing number of enrolled students, financial growth, and etc. You might have wondered, how does MOOC actually work, especially when we talk about its revenue model? MOOC platforms that use a profit model also offer free lessons for students who take the courses. So, how do they get the revenue? The answer to this question is these platforms sell certification and employee matching service. As long as they who provide the certification have high quality, reputation, and qualification, offering MOOC can be an advantage for them. As a result, allowing more time for other institutional work such as research. Coursera is a good example here. A participating employer is provided list of students who meet its requirement in a certain geographic area. If the employer is interested in one of those students, then Coursera will send an email to the student, and the company has to pay flat fee to Coursera for each introduction, and the college that offers the course will get 6 to 15% of that revenue. If this is the case, what do students get? Research shows that students generally attend university not only because they want to learn something, but also because the qualification that they get will help them in their future career. So, the greater the reputation of the certifying institutions, the more valuable the certificate, diplomas, and the degrees will be. Is online course going to be a threat to universities? The answer is definitely no. On the contrary, it is a huge opportunity through more active participation and also collaboration. Online education not only help to increase the numbers of students but also will create a new potential revenue streams while embedding their reputation for high quality knowledge and teaching. Therefore, this marketing model is win-win solution for student, institution, employer, and the MOOC platforms. However, there is a problem in this business model. First, e-learning has been regarded as product innovation, but how about its sustainability issue? Many projects have no long-lasting effect, and after their funding stop, they could hardly be retrieved. The other example is Udacity. It sells students' information to generate revenues. Udacity runs a program with 350 partner companies. They sell information of those students who would be good matches for partner companies. And those partner companies pay less than you would pay for a headhunter, but more than what you would pay for access to LinkedIn. Overall, open education resources provides both cost saving and revenue generation. Making something open does not always mean direct revenue, but it is often indirect. Using OER with the aim of market reputation and institutional progress can convince more students to enroll. By their very nature, OER can lead to new ways of education through more cooperation, collaboration, and partnerships between institutions. OER makes totally new forms of education possible, and it brings new players into the education market. So, what will be the future of MOOC? MOOC will be one of the alternatives for educational sector to fulfill the future's need. The world's higher level education system must accommodate almost 80 million more students by 2025. This would require building 3 campuses for 30,000 students per week for the next 13 years. And what about the sustainability of open education? Some of MOOC are purely based on volunteers such as peer-to-peer university, which focuses on combining the existing higher education structure and open education. Government also interested in open education growth. In 2011, the United States started a 4-year program involving a total of $2 billion to support the development of open educational resources. Many other countries, such as India, Brazil, China, Indonesia, Japan, and also Korea, dedicated themselves to development of OER. Open education also helps government to deal with many challenges related to higher level of education, such as connecting the gap between secondary and higher education, reaching lifelong learners, globalization, competition for talent, and financing open education with the increasing number of students. Therefore, to make this happen, open education needs to grow further. Finally, what open and free really mean? It all depends on how we describe it. If I am a creator, I describe it in one way, but if I am a consumer, I describe it in another way. The open economics also differ depending on whether you are taking a public or private perspective. Finally, education is for both public services and profit activity around the world. In the public service context, there is a very strong business case that publicly funded goods should be made freely available to the public that funded them.